Howard Stern show to be canceled after nearly 20 years on Sirius XM as $100 million contract is up this year. Okay. So let me read this story. Is this Trump's reaction to it?
Yes, he was asked about this at the White House yesterday.
Go for it. Play it.
Brian, I've got an entertainment-based question for you. A few weeks ago, Stephen Colbert announced that he was leaving his show. Howard Stern announced that him and Sirius XM Radio are parting ways. Do you think the hate Trump business model that's been in the entertainment business is going out of business because it's not popular with the American people?
Well, it hasn't worked, and it hasn't worked really for a long time, and I would say pretty much from the beginning. Colbert has no talent. I mean, I could take anybody here. I could go outside on the beautiful streets and pick up a couple of people that do just as well or better. They get higher ratings than he did. He's got no talent. Fallon has no talent. Kimmel has no talent. They're next. They're going to be going. I hear they're going to be going. I don't know, but I would imagine because they get, Colbert has better ratings than Kimmel or Fallon. You know that. Howard Stern, it's a name I haven't heard. I used to do a show. We used to have fun. But I haven't heard that name in a long time. What happened? He got terminated?
Yeah, they're going to separate ways because I think what they're offering salary-wise is real low than what he's getting.
You know when he went down?
Whenever you want.
You know when he went down? No. Before,
COVID?
when he endorsed Hillary Clinton, he lost his audience.
Right.
People said, give me a break. He went down when he endorsed Hillary Clinton.
Mr. President.
All right, so let me give you numbers here. Tom, I'm going to come to you. Sources telling the U.S. Sun that Howard Stern latest 5-year contract valued at $80 to $100 million annually is up in the fall, and Sirius XM does not intend to meet his salary demands. Sirius and Stern are never going to meet on the money he is going to want. It's no longer worth the investment. One insider said, though they expect Sirius to strike a deal for Stern's catalog upon his exit, the decision follows financial concerns, with another source referencing the high cost after what happened with Stephen Colbert, 71 years old. They're moving on. Tom, what's going on here?
Well, once again, this is fun with headlines, right, Pat? And it's fun. So it's set to be canceled. They didn't say they're canceling it. The Sun headline is it's set to be canceled. What do they mean? The contract's expiring.
That's it.
And and so that's it. And so you're not set to be canceled.
71 years old.
That's right. Yeah, so there's 3 things. Actually, there's 4 things going on. Number one, he's 71 years old, and he's increasingly out of touch with the audience that's there. Second, he is a hard left liberal, and hard left shows have not done well. Moderate and conservative shows do better than hard left. That's just a fact. Third, Sirius, like many of the other platforms out there, and 3-letter platforms like CNN that have been trimming people's contracts. We saw all this stuff. Jenny, right? Yep. People getting contracts canceled, getting, escorted off the air and say, well, it's not really audience. No, it is. And Colbert losing $40 million. So reason number 3, old media platforms can't afford the contracts they put in. If anybody knows about the A-Rod contract and how it went from Seattle to Texas to New York, A-Rod was a gifted athlete, but the contract that was made at the time ended up being too rich for the economics of the game. That's the economics of the game. And number 4, the 4th thing is that Stern still thinks that he's worth this in his head. So it's hard for people. The talent gets in denial because your contract is the validation of your persona. And taking a lower value contract is really difficult for a lot of athletes and a lot of celebrities, which leads to the statement at the bottom that Sirius may say, okay, well, we'll just buy your catalog. How many times have we seen music labels buying the entire Michael Jackson or the Beatles catalog? And then they work with the big 3, Sirius, Apple Music, and Pandora, and then they just cultivate that catalog forever. So that's what's going on with Howard Stern. He's not going to be canceled. It's more like it's going to be a non-renewal for the money he wants, and it's a sign of old big contracts just are not happening again in the media landscape. The new media landscape is the podcast. It's not the linear, and Sirius has got serious issues economically because it's a kind of a walled garden.
Yeah. Vinny, your thoughts?
Yeah, and listen, it's just really sad because, if you guys remember, Howard Stern, well, this guy was a pioneer, and Rob could attest because Rob was in radio. Pioneer in radio. He'd be doing sketches live, and yeah, he did some crazy stuff. He did blackface, and he did some really racist stuff where a lot of people, got away with it, especially if you were on the left. But it's like, I'm truly happy that all of these leftist, unfunny Democrats are all their political hacks to me. They're all getting canned from he's going bye-bye. Howard Stern, Jim Acosta, Joy Reid, Stephen Colbert, Whoopi and all them are taking this break. But it's like they've mocked Americans for how long? They've pushed propaganda, and now they're getting flushed out one at a time. And let's not forget who Howard Stern was. Rob, do you have these 2 clips of what he said?
Yep.
This is, for all the people out there that are supporting Trump, you just leaned one way politically. This is what he had to say about all the people that voted for Trump.
I don't agree with Trump politically. I don't think he should be anywhere near the White House. I don't hate the guy. I hate the people who vote for him. I think you're stupid.
Yep.
I don't think I do. I'll be honest with you. I have no respect for you.
And guess what? That type of rhetoric, and mind you, remember what you said about the bad policies, Pat? This whole attitude, this resentment, hey, you're going to alienate half of the freaking country. You hate us. You don't even hate Trump. You hate us for what? Because we don't want to think like the status quo. And then what about the vaccine? Remember what he said about vaccine? Rob, play this clip about what he said about people that aren't vaccinated.
Anyone unvaccinated would not be admitted to a hospital. At this point, they've been given plenty of opportunity to get the vaccine. They don't trust our government. They think that there's some conspiracy to turn them into a magnet or something like this. Now, if you don't get it, in my America, all hospitals would be closed to you. You're going to go home and die.
Okay, and guess what? That type of attitude, guys, after a while, Adam, Tom, it starts to catch up with you. People, and by the way, Sirius XM, with all the numbers and stuff that you did, though, Tom, it's over. All this nonsense of talking to us like that, like we're like, what? How is it cool to have that attitude? You think you're going to still have?
And
followers?
that comment, I'll flip this right back to you. Yeah. That comment there, does that sound kind of authoritarian? And they're saying Trump's authoritarian. Oh, I'm going to close the hospitals. You can't even go in. Seriously?
Yeah.
Goes back to the liberal technique.
Yeah.
Accuse
the other
side of what you're
already
doing.
Yep.
Adam.
So the hating Trump business model is officially closed.
It's been closed.
That was the initial question. He says, the people that hate you, how does that business model work? He's like, they're all getting done. So Howard Stern, Stephen Colbert, Fallon, Kimmel, all these names, I think Trump was wrong. I think all these people that he claimed have no talent are actually incredibly talented. Jimmy Fallon, incredibly talented. Howard Stern, very talented guy. Colbert, very talented. Where they're not talented is reading the room. Understanding, hey, we have a huge pizza pie that we could all carve up. And they basically said, nope, throw the other half in the garbage. All these people,
deplorables,
yeah. We don't want any of that. We're going to focus right here. And then you're just carving up whatever's left, and they're basically sharing.
So you're saying they have talent, but they have no audience, which means they have no brains.
That's a
correct.
Story.
There's part of that. Think about this. Bill Maher said the exact opposite thing that Howard Stern said. He goes, I hate Trump, but I don't hate the people that voted for him. Howard Stern says, I don't hate Trump, but I hate the people that voted for him. Have the two careers gone two separate ways? Bill Maher, one of the more credible voices in media these days. Why? Because he's at least willing to say, I'll meet with Trump. I was wrong.
And he did.
Here's what's going on. And look at where his career has gone versus Howard Stern might be out of a job pretty soon.
Such a great point because, it's easy to say, well, Howard Stern is 71 years old. Bill Maher is 69. Same. Not like Bill Maher is 55. And Bill Maher, some would say, is got an audience that's very confused because it's kind of like the right likes him one week, the left. So everybody is talking to the guy. And he'll get Sean Penn that'll come and say, I don't think there's any point to go meeting with the president. Says the guy that went and met with Castro. You think there's so he'll say stuff like that, and you got to love it. And I went to Trump. I'm not going to lie to you. He's funny. I liked it. I know you don't want to hear it. So, and Howard Stern with this business model where it's going. The beautiful thing about capitalism is going to expose you, and if you don't show a way of being able to speak to both your audiences, you're going to get your ass handed to you. And that's happening right now to a lot of guys. Question now becomes, who's next? That's really the list. Who's next? What's the model going to be with Kimmel? What's the model going to be with Fallon? What's the model going to be? Did you notice the other day who Stephen Colbert brought to his show? Do you know who he brought to his show? The Republican, the conservative from The View who hates Trump.
Oh, the girl who's technically, she's technically she's a
But guess what? It's kind of like, we see the stats that we don't bring any conservatives. Bring a safe conservative here, right?
Too late.
Yeah, you know what? Stephen Colbert, I dare you to do the following. Stephen Colbert, I dare you. Do you want to have your biggest show of the year? I dare you, Stephen Colbert, invite Tucker Carlson. Invite Charlie Kirk. Invite
Trump. Invite Trump.
No, not even. Forget Trump. I'm not even talking about Trump. He can't get Trump. Trump's not going to go on Colbert right now. I dare Stephen Colbert and the producers, if you're watching this, I dare you to test a Kirk. I dare you to test a, Tucker. I dare you to test any of the conservative guys that have a voice. I dare you to bring them on. I dare you to bring J.D. Vance on. I dare you to bring Howard Lutnick on. I dare you. You will not do it. You know why you will not do it? Because it's going to be your most viewed show of the year. And that's going to scare the shit out of you. Matter of fact, hey, who owns Stephen Colbert's show? Who is it? Is it CBS?
That's CBS, yes, sir.
CBS at the top. You really want to see if you're capitalist? Hey, capitalist, put your money where your mouth is. You call the shots. Call the producer and the booker and say, I want you to invite J.D. Vance. I want you to invite Charlie Kirk. I want you to invite Tucker Carlson. Even though right now we see what's going on the Republican side, they may not even be on the side. I want you to invite Megyn Kelly. I want you to invite some of these guys. See what happens to the show. You know why they're scared? CBS, you shouldn't be scared. Colbert shouldn't be able to say no to it. You should be able to say, we're paying you. These are the guests that are coming on. See what happens. You know why? Because if you're going to bring somebody else to replace Colbert, the audience is wanting to hear everybody. FYI, I don't want a show that they only bring Republicans. If Stephen Colbert only brought Republicans, that's a boring show. Bring me other people, but I want to see you bring both. And if you fight and you disagree, I don't care. I respect it, but as long as you bring them. However, what are the chances they're going to do that?
Very little.
Zero.
Very
little.
I would say zero.
They are so scared. They are so scared because they know the eyeballs will show up. They are so scared because they know to go viral. They are so scared because they know to go trending all over X. You are pansies. You won't do it. You're scared shitless. You are so scared. FYI, what if you guys choose to replace a Kimmel and a Fallon with somebody on the center right? What if you bring a funny person that's got a personality, that can push the envelope, that can challenge people, but they're center right, willing to talk to everybody? Sports, politics, movies, shows. Bring somebody late night. Put him there. Have him bring everybody. Bring 60% liberal guests. See what happens to your show. This model shouldn't fail. It is a failed model today, not because people don't want it. It is only a failed model because you said this to people on the complete opposite side, not because it doesn't work. People do want to sit there late night and hear somebody talk that's going to laugh their asses off. I still go and watch Johnny Carson from back in the days.
Yep.
I still watch Johnny Carson from back in the days. I am so sick of today's Fallon and Kimmel and Colbert that I go and watch 40 years ago from Carson when I was in Iran. I was never even here to watch Johnny Carson. I never lived in America under Johnny Carson. I lived here under the Letterman and the Leno days. I said, go back and watch it. So it's not a failed model. It's only a failed model if you don't invite anybody from the other side. Every year, folks, there's threats. When you're in business, when you're building your business, whatever you're doing. This year, we are releasing our annual Top 20 Threat Report coming up at a free webinar on August 19, 6 p.m. with a white paper that will be given to everybody. These are threats that we personally go through ourselves. We now have grown our business the last couple of years from 20 employees, 30 employees to now 164 full-time employees. This is not ICs. This is not independent contractors. I'm talking that's on the Valuetainment side. And then on the PHV side, we're dealing with a complete different threats. So we're simply taking all of those threats and we're sharing it with you to be ready with it. Some of it is evergreen threats. Some of it is emerging green. Some of it is black swan threats. But it's things that you need to know about. So if you haven't yet registered for this, I think I'm saying this for the first time today, but maybe you've seen some of the ads other places. Go to vtwebinar.com. Again, vtwebinar.com. Sign up for it. Anybody that's on there at the end of it, we will give the white paper of the 20 threats to all of you. Again, go to vtwebinar.com, register for it, and we'll share it with you. If you enjoyed this video, you want to watch more videos like this, click here. And if you want to watch the entire podcast, click here.